Hey everybody, I just wanted to recap Jerry's meet. He went to Rocky's Gym over in Columbiana, which is always a great meet. Those guys host a great meet, plus they feed us, and anytime you got food, lifters gonna come. Unfortunately, I wasn't gonna compete, and neither were some of the other guys. We're planning for a meet coming up in November, but Jerry had his mindset on this meet, and he's been training his tail off every single day. Forced recovery days, training programs, you name it, he's done it. And he was doing great in the gym. I mean, he even hit a PR in his bench press last week. Was it 275 for a double? And his current PR is 285, paused. And he also PR'd, I'm pretty sure, 315 for 2 in the deadlift, which was an all-time PR because I know his best one in a meet was the monster bench and deadlift in the spring, 305 pounds. So he pulled 10 more pounds for 2 reps. So we had high expectations for that. And I also know him leading into this meet, he wanted to obviously break that 285 barrier and his 315 barrier. And he wanted to try and total over 600 pounds in the 2 lifts. Unfortunately, we were struck with some bad news at the end of last week where he has an infection in his jawline. At least I think it's his bottom one. Not exactly sure, but either way, you guys get the point. And he had to get his teeth pulled. And the only day they had it scheduled was Thursday, 2 days out from the meet. And he was devastated. He wanted to cancel, or didn't want to cancel, but was probably going to have to cancel. But somehow he ended up only having to get 2 of the teeth pulled instead of 6. So then he asked the doctor, he's like, well, can I still lift then on Saturday? And he goes, well, can you handle pain? And Jerry's like, well, yeah, I can handle pain. I had 4 heart attacks. And he's like, I'm going to do the meet. And I said, that's awesome, And then that's when I gave him a singlet with the basement logo on it. And I got him his own custom shirt. And it's got, it's our basement t-shirt, bam, with his nickname on the back and old school strength, And he loves that. He's all about the old school strength and whatnot, and he represents it well, and he continues to get stronger. Well, going into this, I was late. I had my nighttime job. They kept me over, so I had to fly down there. But when I got down there, the bench just finished up, and he actually only hit his opener 265. From what the guys were telling me, he crushed it. He killed it. But 275 was the second attempt, and it just didn't happen. So it didn't fall into play, and I know he was down. And I'm like, Jerry, man, you gotta relax. Like you got your teeth pulled like a day ago. Like your jaw's still swollen. And he didn't care. He goes, I don't want any excuses, which just shows how much heart and character this guy got. So, I was like, well, you still got the deadlift. It's not out of reach. I was like, we're thinking like, oh, okay, you hit this number, that number, you're gonna get your total. But we're like, you got to hit 305 on your open. You got to kill it. And he did. He came out, his technique looked a lot better. He smashed 305, and me and Ty just looked at each other and we're like, because the game plan originally was hit 305, 315, dream weight. Well, he killed 305. Absolutely killed it. Ripped it off the floor, and we're like, you got to go 325. You have to. So he does. And unfortunately, there was a good mishap. They misloaded. I was watching, and just as Jerry was getting hyped, and he was walking up to the platform before I could say anything to switch it, they accidentally threw a 10 on the one side. So if you guys know, 3 plates and 3 plates is 315, a 5 on each side is 325. Well, he had a 5 on one side and a 10 on the other, making a 330. And I'm like, and then before, he was already coming up the platform. I was like, okay, at this point, I can't stop his momentum. It'll kill the vibe. So he rips it up, actually, easily. Doesn't even know. And then I just went up to the judges. I was like, hey, guys, just letting you know, an accidental misload, but it's not a bad thing. He ripped it up easy, so he actually got more weight. So not only did he PR by what we thought was 10 pounds, was 15 pounds. And he was pumped. And I was pumped. I was like, yeah, that's not a bad mistake. And even the official at the table was like, yeah, those are good hiccups. And I was like, yeah, they are. So in my mind, I was thinking, man, he's got 350 in him. But then we were thinking, well, he wants that total. He wants that 600-pound total. And right there and then, after that second pull, he was sitting at 595 pounds. He was 5 pounds away. So then it's like, oh, what do you do in this situation? You go for the big jump, 350 pounds, but risk missing it to miss your total by 5 pounds. We played it safe, went for 340. he obviously ripped that up. After watching that, you know what I mean? The lockout was a little shaky, but I definitely think he could have ripped up 350 pounds. But either way, this man was ecstatic. He was happy. He was celebrating. Everybody in the crowd was pumped up for him. Everybody in the back room was pumped up for him because it's like, you know, this guy like prevails. He comes back from heart attacks. He gets his teeth pulled a day before a meet. He doesn't care. You know, and it's awesome. I mean, it just shows the kind of discipline he has, the kind of heart he has, the kind of courage he has, and the willpower. And my God, so much willpower. You know, I mean, he inspires me, and he inspires a ton of people in the gym. And I know everybody in the gym loves him. He's an easy guy to talk to. He wants to help everybody. Just a great guy to be around. You know, and I could talk all day about this, but I don't want to bore you guys. I want to show you his deadlifts. But, you know, in other words, he did great. And maybe this can motivate you guys out there thinking like, oh, you hit a bump in the road, you know, and he did. He hit a big obstacle, and he still came back. Usually, like, when something like that happens in football, basketball, whatever, and you're off a little bit, usually off a lot, you're off the rest of the game. You usually don't come back from that, and that's the same thing in powerlifting. You know, if you're not hitting what you want to hit, and you're way off in your total by like 30 pounds, then it's really hard to make up for that lift in another lift, especially when you're doing only 2 lifts. Like if you wanted to make up like 40, 50 pounds, it's easy to do it if you're doing the squat, bench, and deadlift. And you split the difference between 2 of the lifts. Well, he had to just go all out and make up the difference in only the deadlift. And he did. Oh, man, was that awesome to watch. I love watching this man lift. I love watching him train. Like I said, he's so inspiring. He just gets after it. And he continues to get stronger, and you know, and I'll just close on this. You know what I mean? Jerry, he really shows that age is only a number, and today he also showed us that pain lets us know we're alive. You know, I can't wait to see him get back at it and see what his next goals are. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope I don't bore you. Please follow us on Facebook, The Basement Fitness Center, and on Instagram, The Basement Jim Valant. And please subscribe and share the video. Thanks for watching.
Come on. Let's go. Come on. Big pull. Rip. Go. Let's go. Up. Easy. Wait. Wait, Jerry. Come on. Come on. Big pull. You got it. Finish it. There you go.